Sometimes, the most important messages are not shouted. They're delivered quietly, carefully, and with purpose. In recent months, statements coming from Vladimir Putin have been exactly like that. Not direct threats, not clear promises, but something more complex, a message. And across Europe, governments are listening. But what exactly is being said? And why now? In global politics, communication is rarely simple. Leaders don't always say everything directly. They signal, they hint, they frame their position in ways that others are expected to understand. And right now, Europe is trying to understand Russia. To understand this message, we need to go back to the Russia-Ukraine war. This war changed everything. Not just borders, but trust. Europe responded with sanctions. Military support increased, and relations between Russia and Western countries reached one of their lowest points in recent history. Since then, every statement, every speech, every signal has carried more weight than before. If you look closely, you'll notice something interesting. The message is not in one speech. It's in a pattern. Repeated focus on security concerns, concerns about military alliances expanding, and a clear emphasis on balance of power. These ideas appear again and again, in different speeches, different settings, but the core message stays the same. This is how strategic communication works. So what does this message really mean? At its core, it's about security. Russia is signaling that it sees changes in Europe's security structure, and it wants those changes to be acknowledged. This is not new, but the intensity has increased, and that's what Europe is paying attention to. So how is Europe reacting? Carefully. In countries like Germany and France, the approach has been balanced. On one side, diplomacy. On the other, preparation. Defense budgets are rising, coordination is increasing, and strategies are being updated. This is not panic, it's calculation. For years, Russia has expressed concern about NATO expansion, while NATO maintains that it is a defensive alliance. This difference in perspective is one of the key reasons why these messages exist and why they matter. In global politics, leaders rarely speak emotionally. They speak strategically. A statement can be a signal to allies, a warning to rivals, or a message to shape future decisions. And often, it is all three at the same time. This is what makes these messages powerful, and sometimes misunderstood. For the public, these messages can feel alarming, but perception and reality are not always the same. Not every strong statement leads to conflict, and not every tension becomes war. In many cases, these are part of a long-term strategic dialogue. So what did Russia's message really mean? It wasn't a sudden warning or a clear announcement. It was something more subtle, a continuation of an ongoing conversation. A reminder that in global politics, words are never just words.